Okay, good morning. Again, welcome back. In the last class, we discussed about the immediate addressing mode. Here, we're going to discuss about the direct addressing mode. So, in the immediate addressing mode, what we discussed in the last class, both the operand and the your operator placed in the within the one location of the memory. But here, there's some little difference. Like in the direct addressing mode, the address field contains the address of the operand effective address EA equal to address field of the operand. That means here instruction is stored in one location of the memory, or you can say the opcode or operator is placed in one location of the memory, and the operand is stored within the another location of the memory. So within this, suppose this is one area of the memory and this is one area of the memory. So within the first location, the operand, that means operator opcode, which is known as opcode or operator, is stored, and in another location of the memory, that means this is one location where operand is stored. Right. So within the first location where operator is stored, within that one address is stored, which is known as the effective address of the operand, which is stored within the second location of the memory. That means when you access the operand by the operator, that means you have to use that effective address, or you can say it is one type of reference address, to access the actual data or operand from the memory. Right. So here example are the contents of register 1001 to the accumulator. That means add the contents of register 1001 to the accumulator. Whatever the value we store within this reference against this effective address 1001, now is to add the value, that means add 1001. So what is the benefit to using this type of addressing scheme? Because in the previous, within one location, both data and operator stored, which is known as the immediate addressing mode. But here data is stored in another location, only you have to calculate the effective address of that location where the data is stored, and you can access the data by using that effect address which is stored against this operational code or instruction field. Now its benefit is that to expand the range of the storing of the data. Here your comparison direct and immediate addressing mode is there. In your direct addressing mode, address fields contains the effective address of the operand, where in the immediate addressing mode there is no address field, as the operand is a part of the instruction, because both the operator and operand is stored within one location. Clear? Next step, it requires one reference to memory, but in immediate addressing mode it does not require any reference to memory. Right? There is no reference address because the data is stored within that same location where the instruction is stored. Direct address mode is slower compared to immediate mode, definitely, because though the data is stored in one location, you have to use the effective address to access that data. So it is a slow process. Immediate addressing, it is a faster process because no reference address. Where the instruction, that means operator, is stored, in that place operand or data is also stored. So there is no need of to access that instruction. Right now. Next is it has more range than in immediate mode. What is the most advantage compared to the immediate addressing? It has limited range. So it is only this last point is the main difference between the direct or immediate. Because one person questioned that if it is a faster process, why do you go through the slower process? But in the other hand, though it is a faster, but it has a limited range to store the data. Clear now? But here in the direct addressing mode, the range is very large compared to the immediate addressing mode, because its storing of address location is different. So you can store as much data within that location, and you are only use the reference address within that instruction. There is no need to store all the actual data within that location where the instruction is stored. But in the other hand, the immediate addressing mode, which is basic principle, is that you have to store both the instruction and your data within one location, which is minimize the storing area, or you can say this process is restricted for this storing area of the data. That's why you are using the direct addressing mode, though it is a slow process compared to the immediate addressing mode, but its range of the storing is much larger compared to the immediate addressing mode. Clear? Next is your indirect addressing mode. What is the indirect addressing mode? Now in indirect addressing mode, address field in the instruction contains the memory location or register where effective address of operand is present. It requires two memory access. It is further classified into two categories: register indirect and memory indirect. So here is that now address field is the instruction contains the memory location, right, or register where effective address of operand is present. It requires two memory access. It is further classified into two categories. So in direct addressing mode, within the instruction area where the instruction is stored, in that area the effective address of that data is stored. But in indirect addressing mode, let's discuss, this is the location, this is the memory area, one location to store the actual data, and one location is store the address of that location where the actual data is stored, which is not the effective address. Clear? Now this address of the effective address is stored where? Now within this area where the operator is stored. Clear? That means here you are using, first is your one memory location, this part, this is the one memory location created within the memory where the instruction is stored, and within that location also one address is stored. This address contains the address of the effective address which is stored in another location of the memory. Then what? This effective address contains the address of the location which is placed in the another location of the memory where the actual operand is stored. So this is the indirect addressing. That means when you try to access this operand or data, that means first you access the address of the effective address. Then effective address contains the address of the location where the actual operand is stored or data is stored. So that is the indirect mode of addressing. Clear? So in the example, load R1 at the rate 100, load the content of memory address stored at memory address 100 to the register R1. This is the example. Load R1 at 100, that means if address store the address 100 to the register which is contains the memory address stored at memory address 100. Memory address which load the content of memory address stored at memory address 100 to the register R1. This is the example. So in the both direct addressing scheme, the location where your operator is stored, instruction is stored, it contains the effective address of the data where the data stored within one location of the memory. But here is the three steps. First, the first location contain the operator, and the one address. This address contains the effective address, and this effective address contains the address of the location where the actual data is stored. Okay.